My name is Brett Copper with Copper Storage Management. We're one of the largest third-party management companies in the country. We have almost 180 self-storage facilities in almost 30 states. All of our stores are fully remotely operated, completely unmanned, no full-time staff at any facility. We decided that we're going to start doing some informational videos to put online. We think doing small bits of industry knowledge where we are today, where we're going to be in the future, could really benefit our community and help other owners in the self-storage industry figure out what's best for their facilities. We're going to start putting out these small, short videos and see what you guys think. So I appreciate you guys listening. Today we're going to talk about the new Self-Storage Association demand study that was put out in March of 2023, so this year. There are a lot of extremely new facts that really surprised, I think, a lot of the industry and where we're heading. It was very groundbreaking, and where some of the data is heading, where some of these trends are, completely changed some of our perspective on the industry. So first, we're going to talk about the generations of storage, where we thought we would be today and where we're actually are, and then where we're going to be tomorrow. We always thought in this business that we would start to see self-storage decline with my generation, Millennials. We really thought that they would end up being the death knell of storage, and then over the next 50 years, we would see demands go lower, lower, and lower, which would obviously end up hurting the industry and not be the gold rush that we've had over the last 20 years. Turns out we were completely wrong, which is a great thing. See, we thought that Millennials would start to be the downfall for a few really key reasons. The types of goods that we buy really are not high quality. We order most things off of Wayfair, Amazon, everything's plastic, comes over from China. And so when I move, I just end up throwing away most of my stuff and buying new things because it's cheap, convenient, and easy. We also thought that my generation would kind of reverse course on the consumerism that we've done in the US. I don't. I buy stuff nonstop, so I probably helped drive the self-storage demand. It turns out, like I said, we couldn't have been more wrong. The truth is, demand has skyrocketed, starting with my generation, and even Gen Z after us is starting to climb. As you can see, Millennials already make up 38% of the renting population. It's unbelievable. I mean, that jump happened so quickly. None of us thought that, one, they would get there in any amount of time. Once boomers passed away, once Gen X passes away, then with the stuff being left behind, maybe Millennials would make it up, but demand overall would be much lower. We couldn't have been more wrong. I cannot keep saying this enough. Turns out that lower wages combined with increased housing costs means we have to live in smaller places. Private equity groups are starting to buy all sorts of houses and the majority of homes in the United States and turning them for rent. I saw a statistic the other day I've actually been looking for but couldn't find it for the video. I think it was from maybe a year or two ago that they said in the next 5 years, going forward, 80% of the future generations will never own a home, which is a terrifying fact when you really think about it. But what does that mean for us? It means smaller homes, because a mortgage rate is probably about half of what you're actually going to spend on rent for the same home. So if you're renting, odds are you're going to have a lot smaller place than if you owned. Well, for storage, that's a good thing. The smaller the home, the more storage that we end up needing. What's surprising is how fast Gen Z actually came up on the statistics as well. So if you look at it, you'll see that Gen Z is already at 14%. Now, most likely the big driver for that is going to be college, which makes all the sense in the world. Now let's take a look at a graph that shows home ownership by generation, the previous generations. As you can see, not only has it declined, it's actually declined steadily in the rate of each generation of how quickly they were able to own homes and how many could own homes at those ages. As you can see, it has dropped dramatically from generation to generation. So what does this mean for us? Well, it means a few things. For one, we have to build our system and our services around the renters of today, as well as the renters of tomorrow. Well, currently that today turns out that it's me. It's my age group. So if you didn't think you had to listen to me before, now I feel like you kind of have to. We need to be utilizing technology. We need to have good websites. We need to be able to rent online. We need to give a fast, easy, simple customer experience. In some of the other videos that we're going to be putting out, we'll look at some of the driving factors of how to attract the renters of today, as well as the renters of tomorrow. We appreciate you guys joining us for this first video, and hopefully you guys like the series. We'll keep putting it out. Thanks.